Good morning, everyone. I also want to recognize that we're on the traditional lands of Treaty 7, and I want to thank Randy for bringing our hearts and minds together in this space as we go on this journey. Thank you for your prayers. I also want to thank Trico and Wayne. I don't think we'd be here without their leadership in our community and in this space. Is critically important that we have leaders that are willing to step up and challenge all of us. Like Trico, Suncor has been sort of playing in this area of social innovation and social enterprise, Aboriginal economic collaboration, in some ways for many years, but in many ways really focused over the last 5. And it was as we hit our 10th anniversary, we'd look back in the foundations, and we'd invested $100 million. And we tried to figure out, as we looked back, what difference did we make? Where did we move the needle on anything? Where did we actually serve the community and serve our company? And if we looked forward to say, what are we going to do over the next 10 and 15 years? What difference do we want to make? And how do we want to do what we're doing differently? And that's led us into this incredible network of people and set of learning around social innovation. And for us, that means raising the bar. It means thinking about things differently. We're attempting to set social goals and sort of real leadership goals for the company. And I was in a stakeholder consultation meeting last week, and we've got 5 things we think are really important. But we've been struggling to try and say, okay, what's that overarching social piece? And one stakeholder said, well, you've got 5, just big 5 goals. And the gentleman from Fort Chipewyan across the table from me sort of paused and he stopped and he looked at me and he said, well, the elders have told us that the blade of grass is as important as the moose. They're dependent on each other. The system is interconnected. And where you intervene in that system and how you disrupt that system has incredible impacts. And that's the kind of thing that we're beginning to think about when we talk about community systems, social innovation. Where and how do we start to understand how these things are connected? How do we understand that what we as funders do when we choose to intervene in that system in one way or another? It means making sure that we are talking about diversity. We're understanding different skills, knowledge, experience, culture, ways of knowing. There are many of you in this room that are never going to agree with the position of where my company is. But I think that there's always a place for us to come together and talk and have a conversation and collaborate around doing things differently and respect each other for what we bring and our passion to create change. And a big part of that is shared learning. And that's why Suncor is here today. I think that's why Trico's here today. I think that's why you are all here today. This is about shared learning and the journey that we are all on to find new ways of making change in the world. Last night, I felt the energy in the room. I think you're all still waking up a little bit. I don't quite feel it the same way as I was last night. Last night, I felt the energy in this room with a determination to change the world. And I think that's why we're all here, and I think that's the possibility, and that is such a hopeful thing. So on behalf of my colleagues that are in the room, and there are many, and our community partners that are in the room, and there are many, I want to welcome you here to Calgary and to this incredible 2 days. And I want to finally take an opportunity to thank those of you in the room that have been our thinking partners and our teachers. We have learned so much, and we are continuing to learn so much, and we look forward to that over the next 2 days. Thank you.